What is up, YouTube? I'm Ace Palomero, South Texas Realtor, proud son of the Rio Grande Valley, and someone who sometimes has a little bit of a sweet tooth. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is the July 2025 housing market for the Rio Grande Valley. But before we get into the meat and potatoes of it, let's go over a couple headlines. It's still in my opinion, a bad time for most Americans to buy in 2025 at the end of the summer housing market of 2025. Now, I've been saying this for a couple of years now. I think there's evidence of me saying, hey, maybe don't buy as early as 2023. And in 2024, I actually put out a video that said most Americans should not buy. So I've actually been saying that exact line for about a year. So even though right now I'm struggling in sales as an agent, at least you know I'm honest. But back to those headlines. Let's talk about the Dallas housing market. And the reason why I want to talk about the Dallas housing market is because many industry professionals, including myself, consider the Dallas housing market to be overvalued. Um, Depending on how you look at it, what your I guess baseline is, a lot of people are already considering Dallas as starting to crash or to majorly correct. So in Dallas, there were almost 32,000 active listings in July. That's 60% more than the July average of 20,000 going back as far as 2017. House prices went down 4.6 compared to the previous July in 2024. And Reventure app forecasts a 7.8% drop in home values for the next 12 months in the DFW area. According to The Economist, America's housing market is shuddering. So even this little website is finally starting to admit that the writing on the wall is starting to appear. Realtor.com is talking about the Trump tariff that went into effect last Thursday. So, in case you didn't know, wood, steel, aluminum, they're all part of home construction. And these are subject to the tariffs. These added costs are, like always, are going to be passed along to the consumer. But and it's been like this for the past couple of years. The consumer really can't take anymore. So if these houses all stay on the market unsold, what do you think is going to happen to price? Because these builders, they have to sell. According to Forbes, the house sales remain anemic. This is from the street. The Zillow CEO sounds the alarm on the worrying trends in the housing market. And even Zillow itself is forecasting home values to decline throughout the rest of 2025. Inventory continues to increase towards pre pandemic norms, so like 2019. And rent growth is slowing down for both single family and multifamily units. The biggest thing that we are looking at is total inventory. This is true nationwide in most markets, and especially here in the Rio Grande Valley. And I'll show you that in a little bit. All right, so as per usual, data is courtesy of the Greater McAllen Association of Realtors. Cities are going to be McAllen, Edinburg, Mission, and Fall. We're looking at all construction types and single family for the property types. And we're going back. Yeah, we can keep the chart 3 years, right? Actually, let's do 5 years so it looks so we can get a better picture. So first, stat is median sales price. And for month-to-month changes from June to July 2025, McAllen went up from 270 to 293,500. And we're also went up 270 to 279. Mission went up 253,995 to 280,000. FAR did go down month to month from 205 to 201,100. Year over year, McAllen went up 1.2%. Edinburg went down a bit, 0.3%. Mission went up 9.4%. FAR is up 14.9%. So it seems like, in general, for the area, things are still going up in price. But let's look at new listings. So the homes that just came onto market in July for the new month, right? So for month to month, looking at McAllen, the number of new listings actually went down from 165 to 161. Edinburgh went up 180 to 185. Mission went down 129 to 118, and Far went up from 45 to 56. Year over year for new listings, McAllen's up 16.7%. Edinburgh is down by 8%. Mission is up 22.9%. And Far is up 51.4%. Now, for homes for sale, these are the total amount of listings, the total inventory in the market, month over month. McAllen went basically the same, 515 to 515. Edinburgh went up from June to July, 595 to 626. Mission went down from 515 to 506, and Far went up from 157 to 161. Now, looking at the year over year changes, and this is what I mean when inventory is going up. First is McAllen, increased by 35.2% total inventory in McAllen. Edinburgh went up 18.6%, and Mission went up 29.1%. And finally, Far up 37.6%. Pending sales, these are transactions that went under contract that haven't yet closed. Month to month changes. June to July, McAllen went from 86 to 75, so less pending sales. Edinburgh also went down 88 to 72, also less pending sales. Mission actually went up from 56 to 59, and Far went up from 16 in June to 22. Now, year over year, McAllen is actually up 47.1%. I wonder if a lot of those are new construction. Edinburgh's down though, 11.1%. Mission is down 3.3%, and Far is up 46.7%. So we're all over the place there. Now, for closed sales, these are transactions that actually made it to closing day, month to month. From McAllen went from 77 in June to 77 in June to 84, so it went up. Edinburgh went from 85 to 74, went down. Mission went up from 60 to 63, and then Far went from 17 to 15, so it went down a bit. But year over year for closed sales, McAllen's up a lot, 86.7%. But the rest are down. So Edinburgh is down 21.3%, Mission is down 29.2%, and Far is down 11.8%. Now, for days on market from month to month, McAllen went from 38 to 43, so houses are staying on the market a little bit longer compared to June. Edinburgh went down though, 50 to 47. They sold a little quicker. Mission went for basically the same, 54 days, June and July. And then Far went from 48 to 69. Remember, Far does have a lot less homes on the market for sale and also just less sales. At least those are that are on the MLS. For year over year changes, though, for days on market, McAllen is up 22.9%. Edinburgh is actually down 34.7%. So compared to last year, they're selling faster in Edinburgh. Mission is up 35%, and then Far is up 109.1%. And finally, months of supply, which is effectively a measurement of demand, essentially how long it would take to sell the current inventory. So for June to July for McAllen, it went from 8 to 7.8, down a little bit. So it's a little hotter in McAllen. But Edinburgh went from 7.9 to 8.4. Mission went down 9.5, 9.3. And then Far went down a little bit, 9.1 to 9. But year over year, compared to July 2024, McAllen for months of supply went up 30%. Edinburgh went up 13.5%. Mission went up 36.8%. And Far is up 40.6%. So all four of these these cities, they're all up on months of supply. So it looks like demand compared to last year is down, and you can say this definitely, and it is also definitely a buyer's market now. now that all of them are clearly above 7 months of supply. So to run it back, basically, we're due for a pretty big correction in the housing market. This is nationwide, and this is also, in my opinion, here in the Rio Grande Valley. All you need to do is take a look at the rising inventory. So, assuming nothing, like no massive outside force comes to change any of the factors in the market, yeah, we're due for a correction. I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year. I mean, unless more federal money gets pumped into this area, or like more people from up north, from like out west, just move here to the valley for whatever reason, I think we're due for a correction. Now, obviously, if I'm wrong, hell, I'm wrong. This is just my opinion, but that's what I think. Anyway, if you found any of this entertaining or educational, like and subscribe.